Hi everybody. So we're gonna be interviewing Palak and Kashvi today. They're the co-founders of Girls Next Door, which is a really cool store. And I'm Kuhu, and me and Sia are gonna be interviewing them. So let's get started. Let's start with a short intro of both of you guys.
Years old. In Jindal, I'm studying liberal arts, and I've started Girls Next Door with my best friend Palak, and I'm really excited to be doing this right now. I guess that's about it. Palak.
Okay, yeah. So I'm Palak, and I'm also studying in general liberal arts, and I dance and I sing terribly, and I do weird things.
I
But
agree with that. I
yeah,
completely
but
agree with that.
mostly I enjoy what I'm doing right now, and I'm extremely grateful for like doing this with Kashvi. So
That's
and,
so sweet.
yeah, yeah, that's about it.
And why don't you tell us what Girls Next Door really is?
Girls Next Door is a platform, and actually, I want to correct you. It's basically like there's a misconception. Girls Next Door is not just a thrift store, it's actually a consignment store, and we basically provide a platform for people to buy and sell pre loved clothes. And it's based on the concept of sustainable fashion. Palak, you want to add something?
Yeah, so basically, we're just providing a platform where we are buying, like where people can buy and sell clothes. And again, the thing that we're adding to this is that, so like what we have researched, our research, so like what we saw that, uh, the other platforms, like, I've seen international like platforms like these, like Depop or
Thread
ThreadUp.
up.
So what they do is that they just like simply ask the sellers to just post their pictures. But what we are doing is that we are taking clothes from the sellers. We are getting them modeled, styled. We are making a proper curation out of things and then selling them. So that it adds to the entire process of, and the feeling of buying something.
Bye.
So we just don't want people to think, okay, are we just like buying secondhand clothes? We just want them to, like how we had this curation called Icy Girl. So
Yeah.
like there are like a lot of people who texted me like, oh my god, this is really good, and I feel so confident and like really like this outfit. So that's what we're trying to do through our business.
That's great. So you guys mentioned that you're in college right now with liberal arts, right?
Yeah.
So like, what's the plan?
With this, or what's the plan?
Besides college, yeah. I can't hear her anymore.
I think she got disconnected. What she meant to ask was that what's your plan with college? So, are you gonna pursue fashion in the future? Do you think you will be doing that?
Like right now we are actually enjoying what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So right
We take it
now,
as it comes, actually. Like, it's not just related to like fashion. So, I mean, we are pursuing what we want to do along with this as well. So, but you were saying something, I'm not interrupted.
yeah, so like right now we're enjoying what we're doing, and we do want to take this forward, and we want to do something more with this than just like selling like our own clothes. We want to, like add artists to our different kind of artists to collaborate with us and like do something better than this. So right now what we have in mind is to take this forward. So yeah.
I'm sorry, there was some kind of connection issue. So what did I miss?
Yeah, so I asked them the question that you were about to ask. So they just told us about what they're planning to do in the future with Girls Next Door, and if they're gonna also they like told us about if they're gonna pursue fashion in the future or not.
Right. Okay. Great. So talking about Girls Next Door, how did it really start? What inspired it? I mean, why clothes? Why fashion?
So it really has so it has like in a very interesting story. So this one time, Kashvi and I, we were working and in our college.
Campus only, actually, yeah.
Yeah. And then we were just discussing, like, we wish we could do something. We wish we could do something. Fast forwarding this to when this entire lockdown thing happened. And again, Kashvi and I was just complaining and cribbing about how shitty things are with us,
Actually.
like we usually do. So then after that, I was just like, Kashvi, like, we've been talking about like doing something. Why don't we do something? We had no plan,
No idea.
nothing. And then suddenly we just like, we're discussing a vibe without a business plan. We're
We
discussing.
had no idea what we're gonna do. We just decided, okay, how things. What would things be like if we like started something? What would the color theme be? What would the whole mood board be like of like our business? Mind you, we had no idea what we'd start by that time. We were just like discussing things, and then we just got to talking and like how you asked why fashion. So Palak and I are already like into like well clothes like how every other girl would be probably. And I think this started out of campus only, like our idea, like how okay people tend to share clothes and like how we do. Palak, you were saying something?
No, you go ahead, Kashvi.
I thought you were saying something. Anyway, so like how people like to share clothes, and in campus you have a separate kind of a mentality. I think you get a campus community kind of an idea. So that's why like this was supposed to be a campus idea. Like that's what the name Girls Next Door, because we'd be right next door. So yeah. So we thought of that, and then sustainable fashion is just a concept that really was, I feel like up and coming in India. Like it hasn't really been established as of now. So to give it a go, I think we started with this. Like you want to add something?
Yeah, I mean, that's about it. So we were randomly discussing our vibe, the color theme, and like everything without any business plan again. And then like I was like, what can we do? And I kid you not, the first thing that I searched was small business ideas, like
Yeah.
that is it. And then we just thought like, what are we most like interested in, what do we do? And there was this thing, so like we're in Jindal, so like all of us do go out on Thursday nights. So we just realized that all of us are like really like on short of clothes. Like I see my friends raiding my closet, Kashvi's closet, me like
Yeah.
my other friends for like clothes and everything. So like this is how this entire idea came up, and it was supposed to be something that was supposed to be campus based. But then after a while, we realized that we might just not go back to
Go
college,
back.
which is again really sad. And then I told Kashvi, "Okay, I don't want to wait anymore." So that's how we started.
That's so cool.
Started with us wanting to do something, and then we just like brainstorming ideas, and yeah.
Right. So basically the discussion was like really spontaneous and everything happened really fast. So that's what I've understood. Right. So once you discussed all of that and you had a clear image, did you have a clear image even after discussing? Like when you made your Instagram page or something like that, did you have a clear image of what was going to happen next?
So the only thing that we had a clear image about was that we wanted a website. We did not
Yeah.
want it to be like an Instagram page. So that's what we discussed. Like I told Kashvi, like I really want it to be a legit like business and something that sets us apart from everyone. So the only thing that like we did have some question, like even before 10 days or 5 days before the
Oh my god.
we,
Yeah.
we had questions about like seller policies, and we had questions about like how's the delivery person going to go. Like we did not have things in like place because of corona. The things have been like so haywire,
Uncertain.
yeah,
Yeah.
all over the place. We did not have a delivery person, and initially we thought we're going to do the deliveries by ourselves with the like friends like in Delhi and Gurgaon, since Kashvi stays in Delhi and I stay in Gurgaon.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the first week that we had was basically like Delhi Gurgaon based. And then somehow we got in touch with delivery people, and then that's how we started expanding like all over.
Started basically figuring out things as we took them. Like we
Right.
we
So
didn't
you
really
were
have a picture in the beginning. Yeah, we would just discuss and a problem would come up and we'd be like, okay, how do we deal with this? We had to like search and then like get into that. So yeah,
right.
that's basically how it went.
So I have a few questions for you. What were the biggest challenges that you faced in the beginning?
Oh, like we had a lot of challenges. So, first of all, the fact that Kashvi stays in Delhi and I stay in Gurgaon. So, I mean, like we did talk on video call and
Yeah.
everything, but things weren't like we weren't getting along in that sense. Like we had different time schedules and
Yeah.
we just couldn't like meet, and like meeting is so
Pandemic
important.
time we couldn't like travel, so that was also like adding a major issue to that, and we had to like schedule like way in advance. Okay, like Palak, you come home, or like we can meet on that day, and so there was a lot of issues related to that. Palak?
So, are those it? What about what did you face any issues with the competition? Because I am into thrifting, like I love thrifting. So right now, what I see is that I see a new thrift store opening like every week, and they gain followers so quickly. So, what is your strategy about dealing with competition?
So our strategy is basically nothing. We're just keeping it real. We're just
Yeah.
going with our vibe, with what we are. And again, I'm just gonna tell you like something that I'm really proud about. Both of us are really proud about is our website, which is
Yeah.
one
Right.
so this is something that is setting us apart. And again, the followers, like I do see like a lot of thrift stores with 8,000 followers, 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
This goes on, right? However, like it will come along. It's just been a month. Like we've just completed a month in like 9th September, and we've sold over like 90 plus items. So I think that's just an achievement in its own. So
Yeah.
It definitely is. So keeping it 100 is really working out for you guys.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys talked about your process a little bit, curating and everything. So, how exactly do you get the clothes, or like how exactly do you get your stock?
Okay. So okay. So first of all, our first curation was basically Kashvi's clothes, my clothes, and
Yeah.
our friend Vrinda. So it was like we just took our clothes and we started clicking pictures of that. We had no idea, like we didn't have a theme in mind. We were just clicking pictures. Then after that, because we again, as I told you that we had so many issues with like deliveries and everything.
Right.
Then after that, in our second curation, though we needed sellers. So sellers started contacting us, and we have a contact us page also on our website where they can send in a message and we will reply to them. So what they actually have to do is they have to courier their clothes. Initially, the thing was that we will send a courier person. However, due to the entire COVID situation, reverse deliveries aren't available for us. So again, so the sellers started giving us clothes. We did like we have like 5 sellers, but like they gave us so many clothes. And like we started doing this, we started upcycling our clothes, our dad's clothes, and like we got so many things. So that's how we started like curating it. And then we have an amazing team with us.
Oh,
So
and
yeah, so who has helped us with this curation, and we have like our interns working with us, and they're like super great. So,
yeah, I feel like the one of the major reasons why we've been like why we've achieved what we have achieved like as of like now, I think a major credit goes to our team for that because they've really helped us a lot. Like being interns, I think they have like pushed us further. They've our friends are interns especially, and like because of that, like we've got to. I feel like our curations have been like a level apart because of their work as well, and I really want to mention that. Palak?
yeah, and like again, like our website. So like in our first curation, we only had like 2 people helping us. I would really want to mention their names. It was
Yeah.
Vaibhav and Brinda. So Vaibhav helped us with our website, and Brinda, she's from LCF, London College of Fashion, and she's been helping us with like she's a creative consultant now. So she's been helping us with our curations, and it's been great. So we've been very lucky with the kind of friends and the kind of support that we've
Both.
got from people.
I can
Yeah.
definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So another question that I had was, one thing that I noticed on your Instagram profile was that you often make videos, reels with your curations, and one you also made an IGTV, right? So
Yeah.
those were like for me, those were very aesthetically pleasing, and I really liked them. So, what were the challenges that you faced with that? Like, how did you put it all together?
Again, we
How much?
have we did not face any challenges. The only challenge that we again, okay, so the distance was an issue because Kashvi stayed in Delhi and most of our team
Most of the in
is,
Gurgaon, yeah.
is based in Gurgaon. So it was quite easy for us to like meet because all of us stay like 2 minutes apart. However,
Yeah.
like it was very tough for like Kashvi to actually like communicate with us. So that was a major issue that we faced. However, like compiling the video and everything that goes out to Shagun, she is also our intern. She's head of outreach and innovation. She's done a brilliant job with the videos, as you guys can see.
We
Yes,
can trust
definitely.
them blindly with the kind of like work they've been doing, and like I feel like that's been so helpful because that sort of takes a little bit of stress off of Palak and my shoulders, that we can like trust on someone. Okay, what they're doing is like correct. We don't have to keep a check on it like continuously because they've been
Yeah.
working, and like trust me, that's really helped. So yeah.
Yeah.
So, what about the process? So, like, do you guys sit and brainstorm with your team? Ki you're gonna sort of put this video out now. What about the collections? So, how do you decide on that? Like, the process basically.
So yes, we have meetings every day at 10 p.m.
We have
with
a meeting after this, in fact. Like we
yeah.
have to discuss it.
So every day at 10 p.m. we have meetings, and so we discuss our ideas for the next curation, our packaging, and
Right.
like that. So our core team discusses all of this, and we're always like brainstorming ideas as to like what can we do that sets us apart, because now
Definitely.
again, I'm not like bragging about it, but honestly I'm in love with the videos that Shagun has made. Like I'm not
So,
kidding.
definitely.
Yeah, so then I'm just like, what can we do that now, like we would take a level up, like what do we do? So that's what we keep on discussing, and I hope the next curation that is coming in October, we do like fulfill the expectations of
Yeah.
So like you mentioned another new curation coming in October. I just wanted to ask you what's next? What's next from here? Like, what would you say is one of your goal right now? Like your priority?
So I feel like our short-term goal, like as of now, would be to collaborate with like as many different artists as we can, like whatever field we want to just involve new people, and like how we both are a startup. Okay? We've started something. We would want to probably help people who are like starting something new. So we probably want to involve them in some way. And I think with our coming curation, I'm not gonna let anything out, but I feel like some way or the other we try to do that as well. So I guess that's probably what, yeah.
yeah, and help them, and they were like obviously like helping us, so it's so
Yeah.
win-win. So
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. So that's our short-term goal.
So also one thing that I wanted to ask you guys was that are you gonna be taking this further? Like, do you think you'll ever be working on this full time? Like, say after college?
See, like for me, like I right now, as I said like earlier also, for like Kashvi and I both right now, it's the thing that we do want to take forward right
Yeah.
now. But we just don't know what we will be doing after 3 years. We don't know what's going to happen and what are the situations going to
Gonna
get.
be like,
So everything's so uncertain right now. But the
but
present, we
taking
want
it
to take
as it comes.
Right. And what about? I know that it's really uncertain right now, but like, if you could, would you like to make this a brand?
yeah,
Sure.
for
We
sure.
would.
Done like so much like work on the website, and creating our tags and packaging, thinking about all of this. A lot of like
Also
types also,
exciting.
and quarrels also. Like we've had a lot of things, we've
Oh,
been through a lot. So we would obviously want it to become a brand.
So another thing that I wanted to ask you guys was that were you into thrifting before you started G&D?
So the only thrift item that I've bought was from Australia. There's this one dress that I bought. It's really good. It's really pretty. But again, so when like Kashvi and I were like doing our research for this, that's when it hit us, that like we weren't into thrifting, and but then we saw the kind of impact it had on the environment. And I'm not just saying it for the sake of it ki like acha haan matlab hai environment pe impact. When I got to know that second to oil, that the clothing and textile industry is the largest polluter, second to oil, I was really shocked, because like the jeans that I'm wearing right now also, it's made up of 20,000
20,000 liters of water.
so imagine like what are we actually doing? So then we just realized, like literally Kashvi, I remember Kashvi was like, "Palak, mujhe to goosebumps aa rahe hain."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, really have to do something.
A lot of research went into this actually. Like I remember Palak and I just sitting and searching, and like I remember we were on Zoom only, and Palak's just like, the jeans you're wearing, do you like know how many liters of water goes into making them? And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna control this. Like we can take this forward. It's fine. It's gonna help. Like, and that's how it went forward. This idea, because fast fashion has such an impact, and in India as of now, I feel like sustainable fashion hasn't established that kind of a mark yet, or like people haven't really understood the concept. Even once we started, there was so many questions with people coming up and asking us, okay, but what is sustainable fashion? Like, what does that mean? And like, I mean, what is this different? Like, I mean, how is this different? What are you guys planning on doing? And we had to sit and explain them, okay, like this is sustainable fashion. This is how it's going to help the environment. And yeah.
That's great. So after you started Girls Next Door, have you So did you start upcycling your own clothes, or have you also been buying from different thrift?
No,
We've been upcycling.
yeah, we're upcycling. We're not buying clothes at all. That's one thing that we're
So
not.
that goes against the concept of like our whole thing. Like we are basically trying to prevent people from buying new clothes. Like the whole thing is to like, okay, probably purchase pre-loved clothes. And that's what we've been like, so how we started also, Palak started like, okay, her loose shirts, her dad's shirts, she would like cut them. I would cut my clothes. So that's how like, yeah, we really did have to like upcycle most of our own clothes as well. And then with like the sellers and stuff.
That's great. Also, this is one of the last questions that I have for you. What would your tips be for people who are new to thrifting?
Buy from Girls Next Door. That's
We're being very modest right now, but yeah, please do buy from Girls Next Door.
nothing like people like who's buying, like who are into like pre-loved clothes. Like, are you saying people who want to like start their own business of like thrifting, or like people who are like buying clothes? Is what
People who are buying and like exploring the idea. So like, what would your tips be? Where do they start? Because like there are so many thrift stores and like general stores as well. So like, where do they start?
the first thing that they actually have to do is change their mindset about like pre-loved clothing, right? Because okay, let me just like put it like in this sense. So when we go to, let's say, Zara, H&M, or any store in like a mall, right? So we want to try this XYZ top again. So that top has in that single day, that top has been worn by like 50 other people, and it's again not hygienic. And what we're doing is that again we're making sure that you like the thrift stores, also the other thrift stores that they're also planning to do, that they're making sure that they clean their clothes, they get them dry cleaned, ironed, sanitized, and everything. So the first thing that involves is that they have to change their mindset about like buying pre-loved clothes, and like they have to like trust this process, these people are doing the right
That's
thing.
also a little more difficult considering we're amidst a pandemic.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Like what all they can do is like trust. And again, the clothes are so cheap. Why wouldn't you buy them? And they're so good looking also.
They're also pretty, yes. So have you guys collaborated with like any other stores right now?
Not as of yet.
Not as of yet, but we're working on that. Like, we would love
Right.
to collaborate with like new and upcoming thrift stores as well, because I mean, again, like how Pala said, it's a win-win situation. And secondly, like, it's always better to, I mean, in that way, like, we'll be giving someone else a chance. They will be giving us a chance. And yeah, so we'll be working on that like in our upcoming curation also, I think. But you'll have to wait and see for that.
Yeah.
Yes, we will. And do you guys have any favorites per se?
Favorites as in like in thrift stores or like clothes or
Thrift stores.
So there's this like store called Cloud Store. I have seen them like through my personal account and I really like it. However, my favorite is Girls Next Door. I'm a loyal person.
Obviously.
I would support Palak on that one for sure. I think Girls Next Door is very good, guys. Please listen to what I'm saying. Girls Next Door.
I can vouch for that as well. So that's about it. We do have a short rapid fire round. So what we can do is I'll ask you one question, then Sia will ask you, and you guys can pick an order, to answer in.
Kashvi, do you want to go first?
Do you think?
You guys just pick an order, like
Yeah.
okay,
Alright, so Palak can go first and then Kashvi can go.
No. Great, thanks.
fine.
So, for those of you that do not know what a rapid fire round is, basically we ask them a question and they have to just sort of answer, like they just have to speak out the first thing that comes into mind. And this one's with a little twist. And okay, we'll just see. So, I'm gonna start with the first question. Who is more outspoken out of the two of you?
Me. I'm with me.
Okay, so the next question is who has a more bolder style?
Oh, for sure. I think Palak does. Palak has a bolder style. For sure.
So who's the artist out of the two of you?
Kashvi.
Both of us. I feel like we both are pretty good at all of
Kashvi is like more into like aesthetics. Like she has a very good eye for aesthetics. I'm more of the backstage person, the idea person.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll be like, okay, this is what it is, and I'll be like, okay, how can we make this pretty? Okay.
So, who is the problem solver out of both of you?
I think it's Palak. I'll probably panic first. Palak will be like, let's calm down, please. Let's just
Remember what happened the first time we were posting our first post. Kashvi called me up crying, saying,
Stop.
I can't do this, I can't do this. So yeah, Kashvi is a panicker, but like we need the balance, right?
Yeah.
She balances me out. She's the person who like calms me down. I'll do all the panicking from like both of our side. And when Palak starts to panic, then like it's a bad scene because she's the one who like calms everyone else down. So yeah.
My next question was gonna be who's a stress head and who doesn't stress enough, but I guess I already know the answer.
Yeah.
No, actually, you know what? I stress and
It's stress is more. I panic more.
Yeah.
Like okay, like she'll keep like worrying about things. I'll panic. I think like when something's about to happen. Like I feel like even for this interview, I'm not gonna lie. I was the one panicking. I'm like, okay, how's gonna happen? And Palak calls me up and she's like, can you please chill? And then like 5 minutes before, she's like, I'm getting a little anxious, and I'm like, don't do this to me, Palak. You know how I function.
Okay, so who is like the more funny one out of both of you?
I think both of us.
yeah, but I genuinely feel like when Kashvi starts like mimicking people, she's like the better person in that. People
But
like
Palak's like constantly funny. She'll keep cracking jokes. Like if you're like worried about something again, like I love how I'm going back into worrying. But if you're like thinking or something, like she's gonna be like out there cracking jokes. She's gonna be on a roll constantly. So yeah, I feel like both of us in that way.
right.
Okay. Who's more organized?
Palak, for sure, Palak. Oh, Palak, Palak. Palak for sure.
Yeah, but like if you ask like other people, like our other friends are just gonna be like, okay, like Palak, like out of both of us, I am more organized, but then like there are certain people who complain
But
about
it's like systematic. I think that she takes things like head on. She's like, okay, look, we'll do this first, then we'll do this, then we'll do this, and I'll just be like coming up with like ideas. I'll be like, हाँ, but ये भी करते हैं. And she's like, can we take it step by step? Like, okay.
So the last question that we have for you is, who is more bossy out of both of you?
Palak, you wanna answer that?
it's me, but again, we need that balance, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah, we do. Palak is like that person who pushes you. Like she's like, okay, we have to like, okay, this is it. Like, how will we do this? And like, she sort of like creates that kind of thinking. Okay, fine. Like, let's just take it head on. So she is kind of like my driving force also.
Like Kashvi, she has amazing ideas, but like she's been a person, like she's always like, she doubts herself a lot. I don't know why, but like whatever she does, like if you've seen her Instagram page, it looks amazing, right? So like, yeah, so like Kashvi just panics about things that she's absolutely great at. So yeah, I have to like tell her, Kashvi, nahi kar. So,
yeah, she's like kind of my like driving force. Okay, Palak sort of reminds me, okay, you
and
can do
sometimes
this.
she gets irritated also. So that's
Sometimes, yeah, okay. We have quarrels, like every best friend has quarrels, but yeah.
Yes, obviously. So just adding to this, I just had another question right now. So who would you say is more liked by the team?
Liked by the sorry?
Liked by
Kashvi,
the team.
I'm telling you, Kashvi, I'm telling you, I am like, I can't be like this sweet person. Like I have to like whenever like we have to be nice to everyone. Like there's Kashvi, and whenever like something has to be like firm, like okay, bus you have to do this, then it's me. So Kashvi is always like,
even in meetings, I feel like we'll have to. I mean, Palak and I are talking, and if something doesn't go like right or like according to plan, I'm looking at Palak, okay, Palak, be calm. And like she's just like, okay, guys, and then I have to like stop. And I'm like, guys, Palak is being like, really calm right now.
right,
So I
and
think we should
I
like.
think just created that image of myself like mere dimag maybe. So I am into this phase only now. So we have this bad cop and good cop situation going. And I love you too.
So I guess that's about it. Do you guys have any other questions? You guys can ask them via
I think
chat.
that's something that I just want to mention. Whoever is like here, I don't know, from like our side or whatever, please go follow Alfaz magazine because of the incredible work they've been doing. Like honestly, you go through your page, and I was so. That's why once you told me you're 15, I was stunned.
15 years old, and I just feel they're doing such great work. And I don't know what's up with all of you guys. You guys are like just coming up with things, and you guys are doing absolutely like great. You guys are doing like
Thank you so much.
Honestly,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I forgot what I was gonna ask. So do you guys have any advice for people your age, people our age who are just like starting their small businesses, or do you guys have advice for other young entrepreneurs?
Yeah. So the one thing that I would want to say is that don't be afraid, and don't be afraid of people like judging you, and start your business with your best friend. Just do it.
Yeah, that I feel like that's the best thing you can like do. Also, one other tip that I would probably want to say is that like how taking from like our experience, Palak and I, we both just decided one day ki, okay, let's do something. And it all starts from that. You just have to like set your mind ki, okay, like what if like we do something, and then you just like start working on it, and trust me, things will fall into place. Like, and yeah, again, the thing that she said, start with your best friend, because when you're doubting yourself, it's her who's going to remind you, okay, no, you can do this.
Right.
So, shout out to Palak.
Yeah. No, Bosma, we can't do more of a rapid fire round. Thank you so much.
Yes, please, that's really okay. Wow.
So we have a question. Why did you go with the name Girls Next Door?
That's actually we went with the name Girls Next Door because, as we told you before, we want to start this in campus. It was supposed to be a campus thing. So, like, Girls Next Door, basically the idea came from like, okay, we'd be right next door, our hostel's right there. Like, it was, we all can like do this together. So we'd be the girls like right next door with like, there's a store right next door. So that's how it came up.
Yes, I kind of got that from the story though, like from how you guys started. But yes, Please, seriously, let's do more rapid fire. I mean, I think I can ask a few questions on the spot.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what is your favorite? What is your favorite collection? You have to choose one.
I think for me it'll be Fields of Fantasy. Yeah.
Fields
That's
of
probably-
Fantasy has been like my favorite curation.
Okay. Um. Uh. Who would you say is your biggest supporter? Like, other than each other, your biggest fan?
Our friends,
Yeah.
for sure, our friends. Like they've supported us through everything. Friends, family. They have been like supporting us from day one. So yeah, other than each other, I think our best friends.
True.
I mean, like it was our best friends only who helped us like start this. I feel like Brinda, Vaibhav, it was okay asking,
Like,
but yeah.
Vaibhav is like Kashvi's best friend and Vrinda's
Yeah.
my best friend. And that's how we started. Like both of them were like so supportive of this entire idea. And
Yeah.
through this process, like all of us became friends. And
Yeah.
we totally love it.
Who would you say is the most lazy person? Who would you say is the laziest person in the
Kashvi, and
Palak, you didn't wait a second to answer that. Not a second. Wow, okay. But I kind of agree. Fine. It takes me like 2 seconds to get out of bed. I'm like, oh, okay, fine.
for 20
But-
hours.
Okay, I think she got the point, Palak. But yeah.
I did. What would you say is the best advice that you've gotten till now?
You've gotten a lot of pieces of advice actually. Which one would be the best on Palak? What according to you?
It's
I
a
think
rap-
just keep going. Like, don't let anything stop you. Just like battle your problems head on. Like, don't let anything stop you. That's probably
So
and that's
only
yeah.
advice that I have like gone with like is the fact that don't be afraid. Again, don't be feared by the fact that people are gonna judge you. Like when I was posting my first reel or when Kashvi was posting the first reel, I remember we thought, okay, so are people going to judge us? And then we're just like, why should we care about this, right? We're looking good. We want to look
Yeah.
good. We want the people to look good, and we're just doing this now.
So yeah.
Okay, so this is the last question. What would you say is your greatest fear? Like, what would you say is your greatest fear in terms of your business?
The customer not for me. The customer not being satisfied. That's
Actually, yeah, that's same for me. The customer not being satisfied or like any like problem that's created from like our side. I feel like that would be our biggest fear.
so. That is really like disheartening also because even like they trust in us and it's something goes like a little haywire also. So we feel like really bad about it.
Yeah.
However, nothing of that sort has happened yet.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's gonna happen. Trust me. So we have a question. Can I ask an extremely materialistic question? Businesses really fascinate my in terms of the marketing, the production, etc., etc. So whenever I see businesses such as Girl Next Door, or honestly any brand for that matter, the first question that comes to my mind is, how much money do these guys make? Thanks. Please don't kill me.
yeah,
No,
we're not going to kill you.
We're not gonna. Yeah.
But the thing is that again, since it is a small business, so the kind of money that we're getting is not that great right now, but we're happy with it. So we are fine. We can order our own pizza and McDonald's, and we can have.
The thing is that like okay, I mean like the way our business is working right now, like if you see the website, like we are doing pretty well. Like if I'm being modest, then yes, we are for sure because like the response we've received is pretty amazing. And that's because of all of you all who are watching. So thank you again. And but going into the money aspect, I feel like Palak and I are gonna release some things to like your mind. Like you can probably figure that out. But
If
yeah.
you want to start your own business, do that. And what it has given us is a sense of being independent and managing our own funds and everything. That has actually like really helped us to the entire journey for adulting. So that's helpful.
So does anyone else have any other questions? Because I'm out.
you all have an opening for a job, yes, please send us in your CV.
Your CV.
We'll look at it and let you know.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, so just asking generally, if someone wants to join, how can they join? Like, what all positions would you say are open?
So right now we have positions for innovation and outreach member,
Yeah.
and then we have styling and creative direction, which we need right now. This is something that we need. And,
Yeah, if you guys want to apply, do look into that.
and we also need someone for our website maintenance. So an IT person is something that we also need. Right? And after 2 months, we'll have
Okay.
we'll have more positions being like there. So probably like something into accounting, we have more positions for that. So, but that'll happen after 2 months.
So any
Right.
questions, just like email us, and yeah, we'll get back to you right away.
So you guys over there.
If there's anything else, if anyone wants to ask, then go ahead. Just typing.
We're just gonna wait for some questions then.
So I've given the email ID. If you have any questions, you can DM us as well. And who's
I'm gonna kill her.
It's obviously Kashvi. So
I think
It's me.
there's some kind of inside jokes, but
shy about
Certain way, I'm very particular about like how the like stuff is being like taken, especially like I'm very conscious about all of that. But yeah, I feel like in that way, maybe me.
I get that.
Yeah.
another question.
How do you guys juggle the stress of college work along with maintaining this?
It's hard. It's
It
very
is
hard.
hard, but then again, we have like a planner. We do manage our time.
Yeah.
And then we have meetings at 10. We have people who are helping us through this process. So that's how we do that. Yeah.
So we know that okay, basically we have a team of our own like who's working as well. So like they're also like trying to like that's what I said earlier. Like they help us like with the stress and the burden. They help like reduce it till like a large extent. So yeah, so that way like really helps. And like our meetings, we like brainstorm stuff together. So yeah, that way it's helpful.
So, like, if you were to give someone advice for like managing stress, someone who has a small business or a business, so would it be getting a team?
No. So the thing, I mean, like for us, it has worked out because this is going something in a more larger scale, right? However,
Right.
if it's something that they're doing of their own, and if they think they can manage it, yes, so they should. They should definitely have a planner. They should definitely have like a timetable where they would divide their work, like the college
Yeah.
work, and
Like organize and plan.
Yeah, stick to your timetable. And this is something I've learned from Palak. Like, actually, if you do work according to the time that you set for it, honestly, the stress will like go down. It's really helpful. So yeah, make a planner, stick by it. Yeah.
I definitely agree to that. As time passes by, are you guys going to indulge into different kinds of styles that exist, like Japanese or non-conventional streetwear, etc.?
we've definitely you guys can just drop in your
Yeah.
ideas to try to have a very good curation, and that's actually a very good idea.
Yeah.
So please get into consideration.
Okay, so that's it. Do you guys have anything to add?
We just want to say thank you for this. It was very like
Yeah.
fun, and all the best for whatever you guys are doing. Again, guys, please do follow their account.
Honestly.
Super great and such like nice people. You can
And
see.
such young girls doing something really amazing. I mean, honestly, go check their page out. Give them a follow if you're not already following them, which I think you should be. And yeah.
I honestly don't know how to react.
You can just take all of that in and just flat it.
I am. So yes, I guess that's it. we planned for 30 minutes, but like it's been 45 minutes, and it's been so fun talking to you guys.
Same
And
here, guys. You guys
um,
have been great.
I
Honestly.
I just like to say thank you so much for talking to us. We had a lot of fun. And everyone who's here, definitely go check out their Instagram handle. Go check out their website. Everything's mentioned over there. And like, bye. Why wouldn't you? Um, do you have anything to add, Sia?
I think, okay, thank you so much for joining us, Palak and Kashvi. We are very glad to have you with us. And this was an amazing interview. Thank you so much. And everyone else, please check out their page. And I would urge all of you to make the switch from fast fashion to thrifting.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this amazing interview again. You guys are also doing an amazing job. And Palak and I think I'm speaking on both of us behalf. We had an amazing time as well. So thank you.
Thank
That's,
you. Bye,
that's
guys. Take care.
I
Bye.
have another thing to add. So, so we're a magazine, right? And we release our editions. You guys can catch their interview on there as well. So yes,
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
with
guys
that.
check that out, what Kuhu said, please. And yeah.
Okay, bye bye. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.